Dealing with the anxiety, but understanding this one concept can really be a game changer. It's like defining the root cause of the anxiety. Now, in manifestation, we focus on the things that we want, the things that we want to accomplish or they want to manifest, and we focus and give our energy attention to that. But sometimes even though no matter how hard you try, still you have the feelings of anxiety, still you have the feeling of not feeling good enough, it's going to work out or not. What exactly you're going to do in those situations, like how you're going to turn around these things, that's I'm going to talk about here. So hello you guys, welcome. I'm Parshvika. On this channel we talk a lot about manifestation, self-improvement, relationship, all that cool jazz. If you enjoyed it, give it thumbs up, consider subscribing. Don't forget, I have two courses talking about manifesting, attracting relationship. That's the one course. Second course is about manifesting feminine energy, not manifesting, but feminine energy, masculine energy course, balancing these energies and how to use it. The links are in description. If you enjoyed videos, I already told you, consider subscribing. Anyways, so the number one way to deal with the anxiety is to see it for what it is. It's to actually see for what it is. The anxiety is the root cause, maybe a root cause is fear. It's coming from something that's very painful, something maybe from your childhood memories, maybe from your past experience or traumas, something that's very painful, or something that you've taken up from other people, from your friends, from your family members, from your parents as a kid, and you had that in your subconscious mind very deeply rooted. And whenever you go through that situation or you're approaching this situation in your mind, you feel the anxiety. You feel the symptoms of anxiety or depression. You feel the pain. And most often people go for the distractions. They look for the alcohol, drugs, or different routes to distract themselves. But instead of distracting yourself, the one thing you got to realize that the fear, the sadness, depression, anxiety, all this is starting for the future. I mean, they are all happening based on the future. You are feeling the anxiety because what if this thing's gonna happen in future? What if it's not gonna work out? What if I'm gonna fail? What if people will going to laugh at me? What if this, that, and happens? It's actually catering to the future, because in the present moment there is nothing happening, but the anxiety is linked to the future. So when you see that the future doesn't even really exist, the future only exists in our mind, we can create a beautiful future or we can create worse future, and it doesn't really exist right now. That means the fear, the sadness, depression, anxiety, they don't really exist. Even though we have the symptoms, even though we feel that it's real, but it's actuality, it's not real, because it's actually focusing on the future events, on the future stuffs, and the future is not even certain. The future is not even here yet. There is no future and there is no past. The past is only in your mind. If I take your memory out, then there is no past memories, then there is no past at all. It's a brand new computer in your memory if I take all the memories of your past. And there is no future. What you have is the present moment. And since you're consuming this content, I assume you're already healthy right now. That's why you're able to consume this content. So there is no anxiety right now in this present moment. It's actually for the future events that's may gonna happen based on your past experiences, based on your childhood traumas, based on your past memories that you have stored in your mind. So there is no correlation of the present here. It's correlation of the past connecting with the future, but there is no present. The past is not real. It was past. If I take the memory, there is no existence of past. Likewise, there is no existence of the future, because the future is not here yet. And future can be anything. Literally, it can be anything. So when the anxiety is not real, when you look these things as it like this, the fear is not real. It's created by me. It's created based on what I'm thinking right now and perceiving myself in the future. That means it's not real. And if it's not real, then why the heck I'm even worried about it? Why the heck I'm even tense about it? I can equally create the fearful situation, or I can equally create a beautiful situation. It's just that which I give my attention, that's gonna happen. Since the future is not there yet, that means the anxiety is not even real yet. It's just that I'm thinking it's gonna happen. What if this gonna happen? What if that's gonna be the worst thing that's gonna happen? But it is not happening. It's in the future. And the future is not there. So that's the one way to deal with the anxiety. Personally, I deal with this anxiety this way a lot. Everybody goes through something or the other, so it's normal. The second way I deal with that, it's anxiety is mostly linked to some sort of a fear. You have the fear of some things that's going to happen. Maybe you're going to fail. Maybe it's not going to work out. Maybe people will going to laugh at you. Maybe nobody will going to support you. You will be left alone. Maybe you are eaten up by the animals or whatever that fear looks like, but it's still in the future. So what you can do right now, you can see that fear, okay? And then you can imagine yourself, what if you're sitting on your chair when you are 85 years old or maybe 70 years old? Age doesn't really matter, but what if you're sitting on your chair when you are old? How it's going to make you feel based on the current situation? How it's going to feel that you never go for the things that you wanted to go for it just because you have the anxiety, just because of the fear that it's not going to work out, and you never went for it. And then you're sitting 70 years of your age and your old age, you're sitting on your chair and you're thinking that I never went for it. And that regret and that guilt that I never able to do it, that I never went for it because I had the anxiety, because I wasn't able to deal with the fear right now, at that time. How it's going to make you feel? Well, that regret, that guilt is way more heavier than this fear, anxiety that you're having right now. That is way more bigger, because in the grand scheme, the thing that you're having right now, the things that you're dealing right now will not going to matter at all. If you look back at the 10 years from the past now, the things doesn't even matter that seems to matter a lot at that time. In the grand scheme, these things will not going to matter at all, because the time will soon pass off and it's going to be replaced by the upcoming events and so on and so forth. So it's not going to be matter at all in the grand scheme of the things. So why do you even care? In fact, you got to be more fearful that what if you never went for it and you're sitting on your couch or sitting on your chair when you were old age, and then you look back that you never went for the things because you were having anxiety, because you are having fear. That was the major guilt and regret that you're going to have, and you're going to die with that. Like, if I look at that way, that is a way more bigger regret that I can see right now in comparison to the regret that I'm facing right now. It's nothing. This fear is nothing in comparison to that regret. Because in the grand scheme of the things, this time, this moment will not going to matter at all. Because if I look back at the past, the 5 years, 10 years from the past, the things that were so freaking real at the time, the fear that was real at the time, because we always deal with the fear of something or the other, was not even real right now. So this guilt and fear will not going to be more powerful than the fear that I'm feeling right now. So you can remind these things and you can look back and you can understand that how it's going to look like. The another way to ask yourself is, you are more powerful or your fear is more powerful? Who is more powerful? You are powerful or fear is powerful? Fear is created by you. Beautiful things is created by you. Everything is created by you. So who is more powerful? The creator is more powerful, right? So you are freaking more powerful than this fear. And you created this fear. And this fear is not even real. I already told you. So if you can create the fear, you can create the beautiful things as well. So when you look at yourself that I am the creator of everything, then I can create anything. So even despite having the fear, you do the things anyway. You look at the fear in your eye, you face it with the fear, and you still go for it. Because you know what? In the grand scheme of the things, this moment will not going to matter at all. It's not going to matter at all, because that's what it is. If I look back 10 years from now, the fear that I was having at that time was not even matter to me right now at all. Likewise, this fear that you're facing right now, this anxiety that you're facing right now will not going to matter to you at all 10 years later down the road. But the things that's going to matter to you so much that you never went for it because you have the anxiety, you have the fear. So you can flip the things and you can see the things from the different angle, but this way of looking at the things really helps me in dealing with the anxiety and the fear. Because we all have the fears, but the fear is not even real. It's created by our stupid past memories that wasn't really supporting us at all. So it's totally okay if you switch these things up and treat like that. Let me know if this thing gonna help you or is helping you. Let me know. Thank you so much for tuning in this video. See you the next time. Bye bye.